Hello, Team 6-1 Social Studies students. This is Mr. Bush, and this is a screencast with information from Tuesday, October 13th, and for Wednesday, October 14th. We have entered week 6 in Schoology. It is a purple folder in Schoology, so when you go to click on it, what we discussed today was the opening video for this lesson set, as well as the discussion board. So when you click on Tuesday's charcoalish, blackish colored folder, there are two things in the folder. The first one is a video. So when you click on this, it will actually ask you to open up the textbook in a different tab. So you will open it in a new window. Takes a second. And then anytime you want to access a video from our textbook, please remember to click on the blue little icon that looks like a blue YouTube logo, and it will bring up the video.
Imagine that you've always lived in a cold, snowy climate. This has been true for as long as anyone can remember. Then, gradually, the climate starts to get warmer. Glaciers shrink and melt. Ocean levels rise. Many plants and animals can adapt quickly, but others cannot and gradually die out. This is no longer the land your people have always known. That is what humans faced as the last ice age ended about 10,000 years ago. Plants flourished. Some trees now grew farther north to areas that had once been covered with ice and snow. But many species of large animals, like the mammoth and ground sloth, died out as the ice age ended. Now humans...
So what we did was, as a group, we watched the 3.5-minute video in its entirety, and I'm not going to play all of it in this video. You can continue to watch it on your own. But what the real key shift in our class's mindset for this week is, we've been talking about hunters and gatherers and how they had to move a lot to find food and kill animals for their food. And now humans are reacting after the last ice age, where there wasn't as many animals to kill, and they needed to find different ways to feed their families. So they began to play with and figure out how to become farmers. So the video goes on to talk about the difference between a farmer, somebody that settles down and plants crops and is able to sustain those crops, versus herders, who are people who weren't quite successful farming, but they are able to herd different types of domesticated animals like sheep and goats and oxen and cows and other different types of domesticated animals, so people could use them as food. So you finish the video. When you are finished with the video, what I want you to do is I want you to go back to Schoology. So we'll close this out, and you will go back to the Tuesday folder, and you will click on the discussion board. And I don't want to bring it up because it will show everybody's answers, but the discussion board is very simple. The question is, after watching the video, which you will do, just like we talked about, would you have chosen to be a farmer and a herder, and why? And that should be a 1 to 2 sentence response, and you will click post, and that will go into the discussion board, and that should be an easy 10-point grade. And so we did that together today. We watched the video, and we talked, and we finished the discussion board and commented on each other's and kind of played around a little bit. Once you get in there and post, you will see your classmates' responses, and feel free to reply or like any of your classmates' posts respectfully. And then the other thing that we did today was we previewed Wednesday's activity, which is the reading guide. So as we go back in for tomorrow, which is Wednesday, you go to week 6 again. Go to Wednesday's folder, which is the whitish, creamish colored folder. There should be 2 items in there as well. The first item is source A, which is the textbook, Developing Complex Cultures. And when you click on that, it will take you to the reading, which looks like this. It is 2.5 pages. Talks about people beginning to farm, the effect that farming had on the world, how people got to settle down in larger communities. There are also some vocab terms that are going to be important that are listed in the blue color there for you. From the reading, a couple pictures and some things that match up with the video that you should have watched on Tuesday as well. So the video and the reading goes hand in hand. You have the reading, And then you will also open up the reading guide, which are the questions that go with the textbook. So when you open up the reading guide, I actually did the first key term definition for you: Neolithic era, period of time when humans began to farm. And the reading guide really has two separate parts to it. It has key terms, important key terms, definitions. So go back to the reading or from the internet or wherever you are defining terms from. Define those last 5 terms from the reading. And then there are 8 main idea questions from the reading. That the questions pretty much go right in order from the reading. So you will just need to go back and forth between the question set and the reading. And so I asked students to complete that on Wednesday, the 14th. That way they are prepared for class on Thursday, the 15th, and we can talk about those questions. We can review the quick check that's in Thursday's folder, and we can talk about the journal entry for the week, which will be the product grade for this week for social studies. If you have any questions while you're going to work on Wednesday, please feel free to reach out to me via email. I will be happy to get back to you. I hope everybody has a great Wednesday, and I will see you live on Thursday.